Welcome to the Consulate General of India, Atlanta. Today I'll be going over how to apply for passport services. So first we will navigate to the indiainatlanta.gov.in website. Once you have reached there, we will go to Consular Services and press Passport Services. On this page you can find all the information about how to apply for passport services. Right here you can find the contact details and address for VFS Global Application Center in Atlanta, and also you can find the processing time. You can also find information on Tatkal passport services and other types of passport services, and there are some extra information based off for fees. And if you scroll down more, you can find the contact details for the Consulate General of India, Atlanta, the phone number and the email. If you do need help, you can use these contact info. So to get started, we will first navigate to the VFS Global website, and here's the link for that. Once the website loads, we will press apply for a passport. So here's all the information that we need. So this is the information that we need to apply for a passport, and they give some information such as your Indian passport establishes your identity, so your passport's important. You need to have it up to date whenever you're traveling or whenever you are in a foreign country. And it does give more details on what you should have before applying for the passport, so please read over this section completely before moving on. So first, we'll move on to the first step, identify the passport service type. So there are two types of passport services. First one is a reissuance of an Indian passport, or the new passport for the newly born child in the United States. So the first one has two categories, the normal processing and the expedited processing. And then the second one is for newly born child in USA. So VFS has kindly given us more information if we press this link. So if you do press your type of service, so I'll just press fresh passport as an example, we do get an overview of all the shipping and services and terms that VFS provides. And we are also able to find the fees for the passport application, the documents required. So for the expedited service, we can find all the documents required here, and for normal services, we can find it here. So here's a document checklist. So when you do send your application, you should look over this document checklist and also include it with your application when you do send it. This is very important, so please read and include all the documents that are specified in that. There are also some documents that you must get notarized that you need to include in your application, which can be found here too. All the documents that apply need to be sent in with the application. You can also find photo specifications. So this is like a passport photo that you can have taken nearby at Walgreens or CVS or Walmart. So please have those ready. And here is some information on processing time and also the steps to apply, which I will go over now. So now that we have read passport application step 1, we will move on to step 2, beginner application. So we will start the government online application form. If you do need help with the online application form, VFS has kindly provided a sample form for you to use to guide you through the online form. So we will now press a link to get started. So here we are on the Embassy Passport India website. We will select Americas right here, and then we'll select USA. Now we will register by clicking on the register link. Here we will create an account. So in this category, please select Atlanta. In the USA section, you can find Atlanta. And then we will enter our given name. The given name must be exactly as it is on our Indian passport. And now we will enter our surname. And then the date of birth. Now we will enter an email ID and make sure this is an email ID that works, that you have access to. Now you do have the option of selecting your login ID to be the same as the email ID. This is personal preference. And also you can create a password. The next step is a hint question, so in case if you get locked out of your account or to authenticate your account, you can use this questionnaire and provide the correct answer. Now we will enter the CAPTCHA, so please enter the correct CAPTCHA. Now everything is correct, it will process our registration. Okay. So we are given additional information on this. We also should receive an email instantly now that we have activated our account. So now it is time for us to log in using the credentials that we have just entered and created, and retype another CAPTCHA. Now we will log in. So if you have not activated your account, you must activate your account first by pressing the link in the email. So we will now go through the process of activating the account through email. This is an important step, so please do not forget to click this link. You should receive an email automatically. If you have not received an email, please make sure to check your trash and spam and junk folders. So account activation, we will enter our user ID. Okay, so our account has successfully been created. So I'll go back to our main page and re-enter our credentials to successfully sign in. Okay, so now this should work. Okay. So now we are in the application home. So right here we'll press ordinary passport. This is the link we'll press to apply for a fresh or reissue of a passport. Just click the link once and it will load. Okay, so here you can apply for a fresh passport or reissue of a passport. So you can select either option that applies to you. So in this case, I'll just select reissue of a passport. So here I'll just do validity of passport expired within 3 years. You can select any reason that applies to you. And then here I'll select normal, but you can also select whichever applies to you, and I'll just press 36. Okay, now I will enter my given name. This is all dummy information I am entering just for demonstration purposes. Select the gender, select the correct name change. If you have changed your name, you can give previous details here. Also enter the date of birth. Here. And also enter the place of birth. and also enter the correct details. And also select the marital status. If you are married, please select married and give the correct details. And then also if you do have PAN card, PAN card, or voter ID information, please include that over here. In employment information, you can include your current employment type and also your educational qualification. If either of your parent, in case of a minor or spouse, is a government servant, you can include the correct details here. Now, a visible distinguishing mark, please include, if you do have a mark that you want to include, please provide details, but you may put none, but it is recommended that you do include this. Okay, now we have reached the application form for ordinary passport. So now we will enter the family details. So when we are entering this, make sure that the family details, such as parents, match the names in the applicant's Indian passport. And if the names have changed, please put the current name and please provide proof of name change in your application, supporting documents. And also enter the legal guardian's given name. We'll press save, and then we'll press next. Now we will be giving our address, and this must match our proof of address that we will be submitting. And please enter the correct state and district. Okay, well, before we do this, there is an important question. Is your passport printable address outside of India? In this case, I press no, but if it does, we need the Indian passport first to provide verification, but for demonstration purposes, I'll show you what that process is like too. Here. We'll press USA as the country of residence and then put our correct address. And then enter correct address. And also enter the correct telephone number. Also the correct email ID. Okay, so giving your proof of address for Indian address is also required, so please include that. And also put the correct state and district. And also put the correct police station and PIN code. Also your mobile number. And also telephone number. Press save. Then press next. Now, you do have the option right here, so if no, please opt for printing your Indian address on the passport by clicking no. Else click yes. If you do want your Indian passport to have the Indian address, then you can click yes. So since we did select that option, we have to include this. We have to include our Indian address in our passport because we have selected no. If we have selected yes because we are eligible, then our foreign address will be included in our passport. So enter the PIN code and mobile number. Okay, and then the police station. Save. Hopefully this works. I'll press next. And then it says no, I have the valid address proof. In this case, now we'll move on to the next step, which is emergency contact details. So I'll put this. An email is not required, but if you want to, you can put it. Okay, now we will enter our previous passport details. So enter your previous passport number in the place of issue. This can be the village, town, or city as it says in your passport, and also the date of issue, the date of expiry. Also enter the file number. Now we will enter the details of the previous and current diplomatic / official passport because if you do not have a diplomatic or official passport, which is for most people, you can press not available. And you can also say if you apply for a passport but never issued, you can enter the correct details. Press save, move on to the next section. Now, please answer all these questions accordingly. Now, this will be different for everyone, so please enter the correct information. Okay, has been saved successfully. We'll now enter the passport details. So if this all looks correct, we will press next. Okay, here are our more details. Write the place and press submit. Okay, so here's your application reference number. Please write this number down. Okay, now we will go back to the home page. Okay, now the next step from here is to go to the VFS website. We will now go over to the complete mail-in application process and pay fees. Here you can create a profile for the VFS online application system. Here on this link you can find which jurisdiction applies to you, but for all of us this will be Atlanta. So now we will press apply now. Please make sure you are using the correct browser, and then after that please select passport. Select the service type, normal, whatever one applies to you, and then we'll be doing the passport reissue. And then we'll press the select correct state that we are living in, which would be this, and also the center will be Atlanta. And since due to the pandemic, all applications are only accepted by postal. Also, you may include a money order, or you can also do online payment by credit card. Yes, we do have legal status in the United States. We're applying as an adult. We are unmarried, ordinary booklet, and we'll also select our miscellaneous services. In this case, we have none. Select whatever applies to you, and then we will enter the correct information. Okay, at this point we can see the fees, and you can also press here to download the document checklist, which is right here. We'll now press proceed. Now we will enter our first name, last name, email, mobile number, and password. Now, if you have already have a VFS login, you can press back to login. But if you do not, please enter the correct information here. After you enter the correct information here, you'll receive an email from VFS to confirm the registration. Then press the link, and then it will confirm the login information. Then you can log in again. So here I've already created the VFS login. And here I'll type in the password. So here I'll enter the government reference number. So that's 21-2000261918. Now this will be different for everyone. Also enter your old passport number. Also enter your date of birth. Now please note this is day, month, year, okay? Expiry date. Also place of birth, as it is in your passport. Passport issue date. Okay. And now the place of issue. Now this will be printed in your passport. So in this case, it was. Now we will select our nationality, India. Our first name, often it does include our middle name, as it is in your passport. Select the gender and father's full name. And also the service type, normal or expedited. So now we'll select a state we reside in, press submit. If all the information is correct, it will send us to this screen. We'll select the services for the courier. You can use VFS offered courier service, which is an extra charge, or you can use your own. If you do use your own, please enter the information for the incoming and outgoing labels. If you do not have it, it's okay. You can just put dummy information. It will not lead to rejection of the application. And also select the company. UPS is the recommended company by VFS. So here we can find our total charges and also additional services that we can add. If you want SMS alerts, you can press SMS alerts and add $5. Now please note, if you pay by money order, you cannot use VFS offered courier. You have to pay by credit card then. Okay, so here is the application confirmation. You should receive an email, and this needs to be printed out and included in your physical application that you ship. Also, please note down this reference number from VFS. Now that we have finished this step, we can go back onto the VFS website and go to step 4. We can now send our physical application packet via the shipping method selected by us. Okay, so in the shipping package, we need to look at our document checklist, which can be found up here. Select the correct category, then select documents required. Print all these documents that apply to you. Print all the supporting documents stated in the document checklist. Include copies or the original document as stated here. It will specify which one in your application. Also include the prepaid return labels. Back on the VFS website, once VFS receives your application, it will take 24 to 48 hours for them to open it and review it and scrutinize it for all the deficiencies. If there are no deficiencies, it will be forwarded and processed to the embassy or the consulate. If there are problems, you will be notified via email and you will send in your additional documents within 21 days. You can track your application using this form right here, Track Now, where you can enter your information and it will give you the current status of your application. If you want to contact VFS, you can press Contact Us right here and you will get their phone number. Fortunately, this does have a $2.48 48 cents per minute charge. If you do want to contact them via email, which is free of charge, you can press this form and enter your correct details. So thank you for watching this guide on how to apply for passport services. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Stay safe.